Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, we are live with Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker physical range DPS role quests. Hey, we got role quest number 3. Which would leave us with tank and healer, but healer's gonna be done with Midia, so that'll be done. Thingy. This is the first one I'm doing live. Yeah. Because I haven't streamed in a bit. And, yeah, as we can see, I'm part of an FC now. The FC owner, there's 3 people online. But they're on other words. Other worlds. Huh? Okay. I don't know what that means, but cool. Anyway. I joined an FC. The FC leader had like a cool glam, and so I was just like, ooh, let's see this glam, and then I saw their thing, and I was just like, yeah, fine, whatever. Anyway. Oh yeah, they have their like slogan thingy, which was like pretty chill. Anyway, let's actually get into the proper video. I swear, I'm going to... Hold up. Y'all know what... One second. Anyway, friend mod, Goddess of Healing asking me if I've done Zeta and Nexus weapons. I think that's the Stormblood ones. I think. I don't know the relic names. Outside of the Blades ones is, Anyway. Focus. Anyway. Seeds of Disquiet. The Dome and Delicate is seeking able-bodied adventurers on behalf of Lord Ian. Cool. Do mine eyes deceive me? Master John! Oh, thank the Kami. Lord Ian has requested assistance in the resolution of a most urgent matter. The hunt for a fell beast believed to be a blasphemy. Though we have made great strides in ensuring the safety of our people, we fear even our finest shinobi will be no match for this enemy, for it commands the skies of Doma. But as your talent for striking down foes at a distance is beyond compare, I can think of no one better to aid us in overcoming this adversary. Fun fact! I did Stormblood with both Machinist and Bard dual maining. So, yeah. This is just fully canonical. I have, you know, the ability to strike down foes at a distance, canonically, within the Stormblood Domin, like, arc. The rest of them is just, oh, he's level 85 plus in this particular role. Cool. Anyway, it would be my pleasure. He is a friend, and as we do, we help our friends. Them's the rules. Oh, Kami be praised. I shall inform Lady Yugiri that she may receive you at the Doman Enclave. Safe travels, Master John. The Doman Enclave is how you get to Basra. Horrible place, horrible place. I say that only because no one does it anymore, realistically. And so I couldn't get through Castrum double L, which literally handed me 2 L's in a group of 4. People are like, oh, you can 2-man it. I'm like, I couldn't even 4-man it. What the are you smoking? It's like, you could 2-man it. I'm like, bro, we can't 4-man it. We ain't 2-manning it. Oh, I can't fly. No point then. It's also right here. I don't know why I was trying to fly. I was gonna fly, see you get in, and just go. I know. It was good to see you, John. When we received word that you of all people had answered our call, I could scarcely believe it. Yet here you are. I'm here, I'm here. Lord Hino will be pleased for this reunion if you would wait here a moment. I feel like this would fit Samurai more. Because, you know, Samurai. Or Ninja. Well, well, that the Kami should guide your steps toward door once more, and with such fortuitous timing. Pray forgive me for not affording you a hero's welcome, but time is not on our side. Wait, I don't get a feast? Well, I mean, fair. We're dealing with, you know, the final days stuffs. Not long after seeing word of Metro's forming Teddy's beast in Thavner, a similar creature was born of a woman named Isari. Attacking another villager, took to the skies and fled, though to where we know not. An all too cruel twist of fate, for the one slain was among the prisoners returned to us in that deplorable exchange with Asahi and the Empire, just when they had at last begun to piece their life back together. This blasphemy must be stopped. Alas, our foe is wont to keep to the skies, well beyond the reach of our samurai and shinobi. Thus did we seek the aid of those proficient in ranged combat, able to pluck the beast from the heavens. Of course, martial prowess alone will not solve our problems. Others have turned into weaker but no less gruesome abominations, as was the case in Thavner, and our numbers increase by the day. From what I understand, this phenomenon is not unlike a sickness which spreads by feeding on fear and anxiety, emotions which of late can be found in abundance. Slaying the beasts means nothing if the people's hearts cannot be put at ease. Lord Hien! I swear if he transforms right in the middle of the Enclave. You have to help the villagers. They. Sir, please, calm yourself and tell us what happened. Another has been turned in Amai, my lord, for a blessing. No one was harmed when the beast flew into a rage, but the people are in a panic. I fear what may happen next. It would seem we have even less time than I thought. Worry not, we will see to the beast. As of yet, there is no cure for this affliction, but we will save what lives we can, I promise you. The cure is not being a... Well, me. Just you ready to join the fray? Do I have any other choice? It was last seen near the glittering basin. Come, I will show you. I wonder where the tank one is going to go. The beast was right here, I swear it. I thank you for leading us here, but it is not safe. Please return to your village. Yeah, don't worry. I have a firebird that I can fly on. We should split up if we're to have any chance of finding it, John. Would you see to the west? I'll search in the north. Yugiri, I leave the east to you. If we find it, remember, these blasphemies are no longer people. They will not hesitate to strike you down, so you mustn't either. Now let us not waste any more time. Which direction am I going again? Just a bit north, okay. Six quests. Are you alright? We heard shouting chaos as is good. It would appear John arrived not a moment too soon. Indeed. Why? Stop questioning things! Why'd you kill my brother? Hey, yo, your brother dead. Okay. Your brother? Young man, that creature is not your kin, not anymore. Had he not laid it to rest, it would have killed you and countless others. But if your heart cries out for one to blame, let it be me. The beast was slain at my behest, for it was the only way. No, no, you're wrong. You killed him, murdered him. I hate it. I hate you. Cool. Cool kid. I don't care. Like, realistically. Like, if he turns, I'm just gonna kill him. It's fine. Because literally, if he turns, he dies. Like, that's how that works. He's already dead. So I'd just be killing the beast that he's turned into. It's it. What are you doing here? Searching for Tombo, though clearly you found him first. The monster was his older brother, as you may have guessed, and Tombo gave chase the moment it ran off. I beg you forgive him for his outburst. His brother was all he had left. Their father was conscripted by the Empire and was, regrettably, not among those turned to us in the recent exchange of prisoners. The hope they might one day be reunited was their only comfort when the Viceroy still ruled. I can only imagine how they felt when she walked into Isari, a shadow of her former self. Tsuyu may have had no memories of the monster she was, but her victims still see her in their dreams. Nevertheless, like many, the brothers prayed your mercy would see their family restored. Although they learned of her death and of their father's absence, deprived of hope and of hate all at once, they had nothing. My apologies for rambling. No, it's all good. No, it was rather an enlightening tale. I spared the woman who brought him pain and took the brother who brought him comfort. Yeah, that is fucked. I would hate me too. I mean, in that particular instance, yeah, understandable. But that's some very broad strokes, like, thinking. I swear I'll set things right for Tombo, for all the people of Doma. Please return home, Issa, and be safe. And remember, no fear. Fear bad. Let's return to the Doman Enclave. This ordeal has given you much to consider. Oh, my office is like partially open. I do find it somewhat concerning. Oh, by the way, yesterday I got an overhead cam so we can do unboxings and whatnot, like proper ones. Because Charles from Zero limited edition and the Lloyd plush are coming hopefully in September for the plush and for sure for the limited edition. So you know, I want to be able to so I have the overhead cam, you know, installed. Oh no, I can't show the stream because well, my Elgato's the one connected to it right now, to that port right now, because obviously I don't have a million. Oh, I was like, why isn't it turning? It's because anyway. So 2 quests in and I'll hit level 90. I owe a great debt for your timely assistance and an apology for I've made you an executioner young Tonbo's eyes. Would that I had been the one he witnessed cut down the beast his brother had become. Yeah, that would have been better. We haven't time to dwell on regrets and what should have been. No, we need to take action after hearing of Tonbo and his brother. I believe I know what must be done. Great many of our brothers and sisters were returned to us in the prisoner exchange, but even so, there are those who yet remain lost to us. Meanwhile, Yotsuyu, who is directly responsible for much of our people's suffering, was never held to account for her crimes. In death, she claimed vengeance for her suffering at the hands of her brother, but it came at the expense of justice for her countless victims. Yeah. The people of Doma have every right to resent me for failing them and their grief, but what of those who cannot bring themselves to do even that, who are left alone with their anger and their pain? They get turned into fell beasts and I kill them. It may well give way to despair and then... Yep. Call it. They would share the same fate as Tonbo's brother, yes. Which is why we must needs consider who else might share in his anguish, ere we find ourselves beset by more beasts. I will begin making rounds of the villages to inquire after those whom their neighbors believe are more distressed of late. Very good. I and the other shinobi shall continue our search for the blasphemy which set these events in motion. And you, my friend, we will have need of your talents again ere long. Rest assured, we will keep you apprised of our findings. I'm just a little over 500k off. It's gonna take 3 quests to get level 90. That's upsetting. But that's fine. Ah, John, we have yet to ascertain the whereabouts of the blasphemy from Isari. But, for blessing, we have received no reports of others that have turned. Lord Tien, for his part, has made a concerted effort to go about the villages and converse with his subjects directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he has been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been his last destination. Isari, might I ask you to accompany me? Of course. He and his friend, and therefore, his troubles are my troubles. Thank you. I'm sure there's no cause for concern, but nevertheless, I should be glad to find him quickly. Three, 2 off-world. We have the heat of battle. Reduce teleportation fees. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Um, oh, fuck's sake. Hold on. Um, I have a bunch of like level 90 gear I want to put on, but like I don't have like a full set. I believe I have everything except the gloves. I think. I mean, I can easily check. Augmented radiance wrist gloves of aiming. I do in fact have the gloves. Okay, so I have a full like armor set. Minus the weapon. This is my quote-unquote level 90 weapon. And then, yeah. Whatever. And then I have like a... I think I have just the earring. For level 90. You know, that name is very concerning right now when we're dealing with final days stuff, and it's like, wait. John, Yugiri, my apologies if I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the state of affairs here in Nisari has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people one and all refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach. And knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don a disguise, lest I draw undue attention. Come, John, let us see what we can discover. Yes, the hero of the realm that is known to be an associate of Hien. I wonder if they're gonna come to me. Thank you, both of you. Only one way to find out, I guess. I'm the only new recruit. That's so funny. Oh no, there's another one. Estienne Gentalot. And, oh, Judas Thorn. That's so weird that most of them are like alts or... Yeah, it's like mostly alts. That's funny. Nah, who cares? I mean, if it's all the same person, if it's mostly the same person, then hey, at least I know it's probably going to be peaceful. You know? Hold on, home. Aye, that's right. The blasphemy was born of a young woman here in Asari. Tragically, every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I'm to be honest, I fear the loss drove her poor stepmother mad. Kisei has ever been a devout believer in the kami and their blessings, but she's somehow convinced herself that Minato has become one. The delusions of a grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in her belief. Heresy is what it is. Ooh, that's actually concerned. You know, this is actually kind of jarring somewhat, but also fun as fuck. Kami fearing villager. A blasphemy, you're mistaken, my friend. Our village was visited not by a monster, but a kami. Izanami. Where Lord Hien is cold and callous, she offers us boundless compassion and love. I have many a thing I want to say to that, but I owe great debt to Lord Hien. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the Imperial standard. But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our Lord failed to punish the Viceroy for her crimes, and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not. Okay. I see. Little wonder they would refuse to confide in me. The belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kami, however, is quite concerning. Izanami presides over life and death. She gave birth to the nation of Doma, and ushers souls of the departed unto the land of the dead. Trust you understand what it would mean to deny them a source of hope in such dark times, even one such as this. The villagers also claim this Kisei can speak with the dead. In fact, she'll be holding gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their fanaticism. Not from me, of course. My presence would draw undue attention. Might ask you both to attend in my stead. Our followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come. This is beyond concerning. And not something I'm overly comfortable with. Hack it. We're gonna put the blanket around me. O spirits of Isari, I beseech you, lend me your voice and let your presence be known, cross the veil, and be among us once more. That... So she's a charlatan. A kitsu. Wait. Maybe not a charlatan? Father? There's no way. Still tending the nests like I taught you. Yes, Father, every day. Thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... And I am proud to have been your father. May you be ever blessed by the sea's bounty. It hurts. Father, what's wrong? Ayo, this shit is sauce as fuck. He is in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it. What must we do to ease their pain? Fear not, Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the souls not long for this world and deliver them unto the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirit and all the others will find peace. Can you find my father? Can you help me speak with him? There's no way. Kiss it. Can you commune with my husband? What about my family? Help me, Kiss, please. Y'all. There's very little way to speak with the dead. Like, even in this game, like, you need to be like... This is some sus shit. So is Kiss's ability all that she claims? I don't know. A young man spoke with his dearly departed father through her. I find that rather hard to believe. Even so, those in attendance appear quite convinced, my lord. And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet for all their anguish, there has not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tonbo's brother. Which can only mean word of Kisei and our ability to speak with the deceased has spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide. Though I fail to see how the people would abide the kami claim innocent lives to restore order. She comes! Izanami! Terrified villager. The blasphemy here. It could be a primal. Which would explain a lot. But, I don't... I don't know. Lord here in the kami, she appeared as if from nowhere. At the next instance, this poor man was... So we were too late. Was any one of the villagers returned the prisoner? Yeah, that's not good. You recognize him then. Curious that he and the blasphemy's first victim were former conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder? It does not become my lord to speak ill of the kami. I understand you're coming to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy, you called it. But you're sorely mistaken. My stepdaughter, Minato, was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes. Enter the echo. Minato, please. I can't. I won't. There's no logic in it. No justice. The Witch of Dome was spared, given a second chance, and my husband, condemned to die as a conscript. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Hien can't give me even that. And when I look at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart. The gaping wound that will never heal, begin to bleed. Only at my beloved's side will I find peace. You mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the kami, in Izanami. I want to believe, but... Izanami has come to bring peace to the souls of the departed, to restore balance between their world and ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the kami. This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of 2 innocents, but recently returned to us. I will not accept that the kami would condone such cruelty. No cruel than the sight of Yotsuyu free and forgiven, while my husband and son fought Garlemald's wars, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Hien, is it not your duty to protect Doma and her people? How are we to place our faith in the man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above that of his own subjects? Oh no, he has a scar, okay. Only the kami are deserving of adoration, as they have always been. So, your choice is treason. Okay, can I kill her? If she's gonna go for the treason route, can I just kill her? Although, to be fair, to be fair, I say that, but it's obvious she's gonna end up becoming like full blown like blasphemy in like a bit, which is gonna be hilarious. The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me, but preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much at least. You seem distracted during a conversation with Kisei. Is something the matter? The echo. The bastard was indeed born of her stepdaughter. To bear witness to such horror, how her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family becoming one with the divine was the only reality with which she could come to terms. I believe I know what must be done, but I but pray her fervor does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Man. Ishgard's was weird, right? And I don't remember the melee DPS one, like, at all. From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her ire, is clear. Displayed she was a good-natured, kind-hearted woman grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yotsuyu to account, together with the sight of other families reunited, compounded the turmoil in her broken heart. A path to despair paved by my good intentions. A truth that will weigh heavy on my conscience until my dying day. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she has become, she would implore us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others who will return to us in the prisoner exchange before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm back, and oh my lord, we are 17k off from level 90. That is upsetting. Anyway, Anyway. Home no longer. There's work to be done. Yeah, Yugiri appears reluctant to take action. Yeah. John, if you're come to ask after the blasphemy, I have naught to share. As of yet, our shinobi have seen no sign of the beast. The returnees, however, are all accounted for, and Lord Hien has seen them safely to the Kien Khan. As such, he's presently assisting with the hunt. For blessing, there have been no reports of other villagers turning in yet. Before the situation takes a turn for the worse, there's a matter I feel warrants further investigation. Kisei. Though a villager of Asari, I suspect she may in fact hail from my home, Sui no Sato. Knowing they would be loath to answer my inquiries, I entreated the Kojin to contact Sui no Sato in my stead. To your tell of it, Princess Kurenai has made great strides in establishing stronger ties with the outside world. At mention of Kisei, however, their cordial warmth turns strangely cold. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to go and speak with the people of Sui no Sato ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine, but my banishment complicates matters. That said, it has been many years since I left home. Where to disguise myself? I might well go unnoticed in your company, if you are willing to take the risk. No! No, I'm not willing to take the risk! Thank you, let us make for Onokoro then. The Hey, look. Usually, I'm down to hang out with Yugiri, but like, this time it's actually just like a risk. Like, we'd get way more done on our own. Ah. Hey, oh, it's actually a nice outfit. What the hell? Anyway. Yugiri's looking good. The garments I wore when we first met. It's sufficient, I think, to conceal my identity. She wore these before? Man, we first met her like ages ago. How many years has it been since I last saw home? I like these earrings. I'm a shinobi of Doma, aye, but even as a child, I sought to ensure the safety and survival of Sui no Sato. I was quite bold in those days, if not a touch reckless, and together with the other children, I often ventured beyond the borders of home. We yearned for adventure, and so one day we sought to behold the wonders of Doma. Imagine our horror to discover a city of ruin and ash, Imperial soldiers marching through the streets. We fled at the sight, but in my haste, I lost my way in the bamboo groves. Oh, great. It was then I first met a young boy named Shun, a sweaty mess as he swung his wooden sword with reckless abandon. Training to fulfill his duty as a samurai, he said. Having seen the destruction of which the Empire is capable, I too felt the need to protect my home. I joined them in his exercises, and every day my resolve to protect those I love grew. Sadly, my elders refused to listen. They were content to remain hidden beneath the waves, and hopefully the Empire's notice. With a heavy heart, I left in search of the strength I believed we sorely needed. And I found it as a shinobi. But the people feared war and conflict would follow my heels should I return. I do not begrudge them their decision, nor do I regret mine own. Part of me is overjoyed at the thought of seeing home again, openly defying the wishes of the Ruby Princess. However, would bode ill for my family. They have suffered enough for my transgressions. That is why, for their sake, I would remain not but a faceless shinobi at your employ. Thank you. With that in mind, let us make for Sui no Sato. Isn't Sui no Sato like an actual like teleportation thingy? Or is that a different place? Bruh. Bruh. We got like fast travel teleported. I know the teleportation is here. All these years, yet naught appears to have changed since the day I left. But now is not the time to reminisce. We have work to do. Kise's departure from Tsuno Sato was likely decades ago. Perhaps the village elders will know why she chose to leave. You guys now company. Keep her at your side or saying blah blah blah. Oh, it's like her OG like outfit. Yeah, I remember it now. Oh, they're like learning to meditate and shit. Kise, the name sounds familiar and yet. Apologies, my friend. My memory is not what it once was. Let us seek out another. I mean, why are you giving me orders if you're my employee? It's good advice, but like... Oh, yeah, the ruby something or other. Oh my gosh, dungeons, Stormblood. This one, Shizui of the Violet Tides. That's this dungeon is part of a quest line that starts with an Ether Current quest. I just kept continuing because the story interests me, and then it has been quite some time since I last heard that name. She was the priestess of the village, banished after drawing the ire of the former Ruby Princess. What has become after her after all these years, I wonder? Please, is there anything else you can tell us? Unagi was quite close with her, if memory serves. Perhaps you should seek her out. Who the Mother, I'd hoped to avoid my parents, but if there's no other way... John, might I ask you to take the lead. Oh, fuck's sake. You apps. Yep, that's definitely Yuguri's mother. It is good to see you again. To what do we owe the honor of your visit? What? Yeah. Kiss it, yes, we were close, but that was a long, long time ago. Still, if I can be of assistance to the man to whom we owe so much, I'll share all I know. Kisei was born to a family of priests. Even at an early age, she was possessed of extraordinary abilities. Much was expected of her, but everything changed the day she said she could speak with the dead. No one believed her at first, but she continued to insist she could, and strove to prove it by demonstrating knowledge well beyond her years. Knowledge of events to which she could not have been privy. Word of her talent eventually reached the Ruby Princess, and she was summoned to Shizui of the Violet Tides for a private audience. No one knows what Kisei said to her in the palace, only that the princess was incandescent with rage, and ordered her exile forthwith. Some believe Kisei revealed a terrible secret of the royal house, or perhaps spoke a blatant falsehood that proved her a liar. Indeed, the knowledge she claimed to divine from the dead was not always truthful, but who was to say the dead would know the truth, or not seek to deceive? Thus could we never be certain if it was simply a fantasy or a power divine. The one thing that is certain is that no small number of people found comfort in her words. Would that I could tell you more, but sadly I have not seen or spoken with Kisei since her banishment. Forgive me, but have we met your companion before? She looks familiar. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I imagine she does, considering she's... You could not possibly know me. I am but a lowly shinobi of Doma, nothing more. Being a shinobi, I presume you have heard tales of Yugiri Mistwalker. Should you chance to meet her, may I ask you to deliver her a message? Tell her that her mother and father love her, that we could not be more proud of her. I mean... I will. I have no doubt she feels the same, and not a day goes by without you in her thoughts. They know. They know. Ahem, I believe we have heard enough. Shall we return to Onokoro? So she may or may not actually have the ability to speak to the dead. My apologies for placing you in so peculiar a situation. Though I must confess, it did my heart good to see mother and father well. All the more reason I must do all I can to keep the peace. As a shinobi of Doma, no. As a member of the Eastern Alliance. Why not both? Mayhap there will come a day when Sui no Sato opens to the world. A day when Yugiri Mistwalker can be reunited with her mother and father. Would that Lord Hiad could be afforded the same opportunity. But Lord Kayed and Lady Mina have long since passed, two of too many lives lost in the Imperial occupation. I cannot imagine he would ever succumb to despair, but make no mistake, Lord Hiad knows the pain of his people all too well. I can see it in his eyes, and if I may be honest, it troubles me at times. But perhaps I have said too much. Come, we mustn't keep him waiting. We mustn't keep him waiting. This is true. We mustn't keep... whatever the hell his title is. No. Okay, let me bandage this because I'm gonna keep picking at it if I don't. I'm almost out of bandages. That's not good. Ooh, summoning bell. Let's see if we've got any more monies. 9 and 10 is where we're at. 9 and 9. We got some more monies coming in. Let's see how much it is. 61k. We've got the big 1 mil. Let's go. I'm selling a bunch of stuff on the market board because I got like less than 100 gil at one point. I was like, okay, I need to start selling shit. Welcome back. I trust your journey proved an enlightening one. So she does, in fact, hail from Sui no Sato. And you say she has possessed these divine gifts since childhood. Genuine to know that people believe her, and more flock to her side with every passing day. But the attorneys are safe at the Kian Khan, its defense is bolstered. As for the blasphemy, I've spoken with our Confederate allies, among others, and together we will establish a network of contacts across the length and breadth of Doma to take up the search in earnest. Mark my words, we will find it. And... done! We have hit level 90. Oh, devilment and then this. Oh, I need a target. That's annoying. That's fine. But with that, $571. And whoop. We got 600, 600, 600, 600, and 610. 560. Supposedly the top part does not actually sync up with anything, but it supposedly does. I need one more unsung of Abyssus. I could probably get a thing, but this will be 580, which is more or less pointless now. I need to gather the augmented radiant for these four. So it's about 1600. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back real quick. Ah, 3. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. We need to celebrate this. We need to celebrate this. Screenshot. Okay. The devoted daughter. Yugiri appears armed and ready to leave the enclave, which can only mean one thing. I lose all the exp because I'm doing this let's play style, but whatever. You've arrived not a moment too soon. The blasphemy has been sighted on the coast. For mercy, there are no reported casualties as of yet. Just about as open to sea. No sooner had we cast wide our net than a Confederate messenger was at our door. If you join us, Arasho awaits our arrival at Onokoro. We must kill all our enemies, or turn them into friends if they're Gaius, Nero, etc. Not Maxima. Maxima is like the crazy DC lady who like is literally horny on main. That is literally Queen Maxima to a T. She's literally the crazy DC alien lady who is horny on main. Literally. Which is actually what makes her so fucking amazing. Like, the woman knows what she wants and she goes for it. But also... Woo! Well now, that the noble Lord of Doma should come in person once again, mayhap these blasphemies truly are a threat. Indeed they are, and I was told you and yours sighted our quarry quite recently. Aye, that we did. Near the islands of Shoal Rock, the beast appeared to be docile by all accounts, but appearances can be deceiving. I don't know what it is about this particular corner of my... This corner of my camera, right? Where it's like overexposed. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just my light, but like, also, I can't exactly turn it off. I just have to, you know, squeeze myself here. If it is as you say, and this blasphemy has eyes only for former conscripts, then we have naught to fear. I trust those we accepted into our care are still in yours at the Kian Khan, enjoying the finest dome and hospitality. Anyway, I know not why it came to the Ruby Sea, nor why it remains idle, but if we act quickly, there's a chance we can take it unawares. I propose we divide our forces. If you're willing to go ashore, we'll take a ship and circle about the islands. The first to find it will have the honor of the kill. A simple enough plan. Shall we be off to Shoal Rock, then? Wait, could I fix that by messing with the camera settings? Tansui. Last one there is running. Wah ha ha! Fly Fly, my pretties, fly! I'm not sorry for that reference. This is where the blasphemy was last sighted. If the fates are kind, this will all be over soon. Unfortunately, they're not kind, like, at all. What's 6.25 coming out? Damn. With such speed, I doubt even my falcons could keep pace with it. Bah, don't tell me that's the blasphemy flying off into the distance. I hope the ill will it bore me in life might compel the beast to stay and fight. Perhaps less of Minato remains than I thought. Minato? That monstrosity was Minato? You knew her? Her family tried to flee to Hingashi during the occupation, but their ship was raided and sunk. When we happened upon the wreckage, she was huddled between her parents on a piece of flotsam, desperate to keep warm, but they had long since grown cold. We took her to Onokoro, where we nursed her back to health. Couldn't imagine what horrors she must have witnessed. The mere sight of our weapons was enough to make her start screaming. She was clearly unfit for our trade, so we sought a village that might take her in. Isari was that village. Several months later, I chanced to meet her on this very beach. She was in the company of a young Ori fisherman, and I knew at once she had found more than a home there. I saw them here many times after that. She found something comforting about this place, I think. According to reports from Radzad Han, the memories and desires of those who turn can influence their behavior as blasphemies. Then perhaps Minato's memories are what compelled the beast to come here. That would also explain its timid nature. Minato was never one for violence, and the sight of you blade drawn no doubt stirred what little of the wound remains in the monster. If that is the case, an assault on the Khan is unlikely, guarded as it is by our samurai. But how are we to fight an enemy so quick to flee at the first sign of danger? Robbed of her parents, her husband, and now her life. I would rather we didn't have to at all. But I understand full well the risk we take by doing nothing. If we catch sight of the blasphemy again, you'll be the first to know. Perhaps next time we can put her soul to rest. That's very sad. There's naught to do now but bide our time. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Anyway, I do... At this point, I'm collecting money for the crafted gear. Given what we have learned, it seems likely that blasphemy will return to Shoal Rock, but that knowledge will avail us not if we cannot prevent it from escaping again. Lord Hian, on behalf of the people of Isari, we are come with a request. We welcome you with open arms and open hearts. What is it you would ask of me? Those returned to us in the prison exchange have been granted shelter at the Kian Khan. That they yet live is an affront to the Kami's grand design, and the spirits of our loved ones suffer for it. Balance must needs be restored, and so I beseech you to render them unto the goddesses Inami. So you're a psychopath! Absolutely not. 'Tis not our place to pray for the death of others, nor draw steel to sate mere bloodlust. When I take a life, be it by command or by own hand, I do so not in service to vengeance, but to uphold my duty to Doma and her people. How did your mercy for Yotsu serve your duty? How are your people made better by the sight of her walking free? She's dead. For her crimes and her cruelty, I cut her down the day we took Doma Castle. I sought to kill her, and by rights she should have died then and there. But the Kami willed otherwise, and returned her to us alive and bereft of her memories. With no recollection of her deeds, it would have been Tsuyu who faced punishment, not Yotsuyu. This was my judgment, and for it you were denied the justice you deserved. You have every right to resent me. But you come before me and ask that I sacrifice men and women whose only crime was to suffer, to be condemned to a life of servitude. If you truly believe your cause to be sacrosanct, believe yourselves fit to bear the burden and swing the sword, then step forward. Sophistry and lies. They were meant to die. The spirits demand it. Are these the words of the dead or the living who yet mourn? Is that the boy? It is! He's back! Still bald though. Just funny. Gosetsu! Word of the Isari priestess and her gifts has spread far and wide, and I thought to see the truth of it myself. By coincidence, I crossed paths with a traveler hailing from the self-same village, who had a mind to return as well, but alas, could not, and so he bid me deliver a missive in his stead. Judging by the striking resemblance, I take it you are the young fisher Akitsu. This is a letter from my father. He's severely wounded in battle, but expects to make a full recovery. He's alive, but that would mean... Oh ho ho! Surely a woman of your talents can divine a plausible explanation for this turn of events. Gosetsu, you absolute mad lad! Based! You shall pay for this contumely. My daughter will make certain of that. But she's not your daughter, though, is she? Though that does beg the question, how many of the people who didn't show up are actually alive? And, like, injured and whatnot. Apologies for the abrupt and otherwise unannounced arrival. As you can see, my Lord Hien, I am returned. Full glad am I for it. Thanks to your timely arrival, we have given the lie to Kisei's claims of preternatural powers. I gather you are apprised of recent events. It did not take long to learn the state of affairs here in Doma, and that my assistance may be required. Let's go! I'd heard tales of Kisei channeling the dead, including the father of one young fisherman. Imagine my surprise when I saw this spirit in the flesh. He was also on pilgrimage, paying respects to the departed, and we chanced to meet in a Liberation Front infirmary. That is way too good. Would that we were not brought back together under such circumstances, but I'm glad to see you all hale and hearty. It would have been hilarious if all of the missing peoples came with Gosetsu. Would have been like, wait, hold on a second. Although that would mean Minato turned into blasphemy for no reason. Well, Minato and the kid's brother. Tonbo, is something the matter? I wish to apologize, Lord Hien. It was wrong of me to say the things I said. I mean, yeah. I understand nothing can bring back my father, but I was so angry. I mean, please, Tonbo, you need no apologies. Hey, Tonbo, Akitsu's dad's alive. This means very well your father could also be alive. Remember, no body, no death. And also no crime and a bunch of other shit. But if there's no body, he ain't dead. Unless his body gets vaporized. Or turned into some kind of weird pseudo-primal thing. But, no body, no, in the case of vaporization, everything there is vaporized and, even then, it's kind of until we meet them in the ethereal sea. But the weird primal thingy, yeah, that's the body. Apologize, blah, blah, blah. It's just my brother was always so brave. My father's death was more than he could bear, and it turned him into that monster. If he wasn't brave enough, what chance do I have? We wanted to perform the rites for father, but the body was never returned to us, so... Not that I blame you for that, Lord Kian. I understand nothing could be done. I mean... Good on the kid. That Akitsu's father survived is nothing short of a miracle, but I fear he is indeed the rare exception. I've offered prayers at more graves than I can count. It would be cruel to give others the false hope that their loved ones might return. I mean... Yeah, but we also don't know that they're all dead, so... It's one of those catch-22 things, right? Like, we don't know he's dead, but also... He probably is. And yet Kisei continues to do just that, offering comfort with her lies. Tempting but ephemeral balm for wounds that have yet to heal, much like the anger some harbor for you, or resentment for the families restored while theirs remain broken. But for those like that poor boy whose hearts lack for hatred, who know only sadness and despair. One moment. Yeah, I don't get it, but whatever. Anyway, they too may turn. Exposing the truth of Kisei's deception hasn't helped matters. If we're to prevent more suffering, we must pursue a lasting solution. I'll be most grateful for your counsel, Gosetsu. There's much I could learn from your pilgrimage. Is there aught you require? But say the word and it shall be done. It is the least I can do for the part I played in Yotsu's tragedy. I failed her in the end, but I will not fail you, my lord. Yeah. Thank you again for your aid, John. The day's events have given me much to consider. When our next step is decided, you'll be first to know. And 2 more quests, including the final battle. This apparently has a range and a radius of 25 yalms. I don't get how it can have both, but okay. A singular gift. Yugi's stern expression suggests she has no good news to share. Regrettably, there have been no sightings of blasphemy since our first encounter at Shoal Rock. As Tensui surmised, it seems to fear confrontation. We, for our part, I've tried to make good use of this intervening calm. Even now, Lord Hien and Gosetsu discuss how I might prevent other villagers from turning. If you would wait here a moment, he would no doubt wish to hear your thoughts on the matter. John, so glad you could come. As you no doubt explained, the blasphemy continues to elude us, and so we have turned our attention to the matters we can and should address. After long discussions and much deliberation, we believe we have found a means to allay the growing malaise of our people, if you would, Gosetsu. The idea came to us after considering young Tonbo's remarks about his father, whose body was never found and returned to Doma. Others no doubt share in his melancholy, unable to bury more their loved ones as is their right. Put simply, they cannot make peace with their loss. Their anguish, if left to linger, may consume them as well. That we might provide the people of Doma with comfort and closure, we will hold a natural funeral in the Swallow's Compass. Those who choose to attend will be asked to present personal effects of the deceased they wish to be enshrined there. Spirits reside in all things, be they living or inanimate, and though we may die, a part of us lives on in the items we cherish most in life. Therefore, in lieu of remains, these belongings will be afforded a place in the royal mausoleum, that the spirits of those lost to us may find their way home to Doma and at last know peace. The announcement has already been made, and a great many people are now engaged in the difficult task of deciding which keepsake will serve as their offering. It is not a decision to be made lightly, but I suspect they will have made up their minds by the time we go collect their chosen tokens. I also hope to learn more about the departed from those willing to speak with me, for my benefit and for theirs. To break free of their sorrow, they must seek joy in the memories and the love they shared with the departed, and I will help them find it. My deliberator of Doma, be willing to favor the people with his presence as well. I doubt not they will appreciate the gesture. Good. Yugiri, I leave the people of Isari to you. Gosetsu, might I ask you to... Apologies, my lord, but there is a small but most urgent matter I must first attend to. Very well, I shall not pry. Now, John, let us go and pay a visit to the good people of Namai. Right then, before we begin, I would remind you that you need only listen to the tales of the loved ones. As overseer of the ceremony, I see it as my duty to deliver their effects personally. Because of this, it is of utmost importance that we keep clear of any beasts that might damage our cargo. It goes without saying how important it is that their offerings are delivered in pristine condition, and it will be no good to you in a fight while heavily encumbered. Stealth or flight are not options. I must ask that you fight first both, but we needn't worry unless the occasion arises. For now, let us be off. Yeah, keep a major side, blah blah blah. Okay, so make it hard on us. Although to be fair, they don't attack if they're like a significant level below, right? I must thank you again, Lord Hien, for this honor. My son would have been overjoyed to know that his katana would be enshrined at the Swallow's Compass. Nay, the honor is mine. I'm sure your son was a fine warrior. Aye, and so was I, once upon a time. A samurai as it happens, in service to your father when the Empire first invaded our lands. Though we were defeated, our spirits broken, my son Motosue? I can't read these names. I'm trying. Was never one to lose hope. He was determined to follow my footsteps, gave his everything to honing his skill with the blade. When I watched him train, I felt the pride I thought I'd forsaken swell in my breast. I knew he'd restore our family to its former glory, alas. He could have fled, perhaps started life anew as a vagabond of some sort. But he bore the burden and fought for Garlemald, for fear of what the Imperials might do if he did not. 'Tis plain he was a loving son and a warrior true. I'll care for his blade as if it were mine own, and see given the honor and respect due a samurai of Doma. Pain. Just pain. My husband, my dear, sweet Moroya, never returned from Garlemald, but perhaps now his soul might know peace. Please take this painting brush to the Swallow's Compass. A painting brush? Okay. I shall handle it with the utmost care. Might we trouble you to tell us more about your husband? Roy was a kind and gentle soul. There was nothing he loved more in the world than to create. That brush never left his side, not even when he tended the fields. Any spare moment was dedicated to his craft, and he produced the most wonderful vistas of Yansha. It was his dream to take us to Kugane, where he would become a famous artist, until he was conscripted. In the early days, he would send drawings of the places they took him, though I know not how, but more time began to pass between each arrival, and then they stopped coming altogether. I know not in what far-flung land he died, but I pray it was as beautiful as his works. He sounds like quite a man, to hold fast to his art even when forced to endure such hardship. His soul will find peace, of that I have no doubt. Dude, it almost felt like the encumbered thing was affecting me. Tonbo? Wait! Oh. Well, rip. I realize it's quite large, but I want to offer this on behalf of my brother and our father, Suzushiro. Bruh. If you're willing, I would very much like to hear more about them both. My father, he was a carpenter. He was a good man, if a bit stubborn, always thinking about his work. The only time he ever seemed to enjoy himself was when he had a cup of sake in his hand. When my brother came of age, he took up the trade as well. It brought them closer. I'd see them laughing over drinks together, or listening in silence to the crickets singing under the moonlight. I wanted to join them one day. This was their favorite sake. I thought they might miss it. I sure will taste all the sweeter having come from you. Really? This smell is off. We're going freaking sake. I hate you. I hate you, child. Anyway, I'm sure it'll taste all the sweeter having come from you. Yeah. I realize no one can ever replace your brother or father, but if you will allow, I'd be honored to share drinks with you in their stead. When you're of age, of course. This should be everything. Would you join me for a short reprieve before our journey back? Dude, I'm dying. I'm actually dying. Look, dude. Did I get one? Nah. I did that hoping for like a shard or something. This is the box the master mount like a base thingy came in. I would show where it says Elgato master mount thing, but like my address is on here. Like the big chungus box. They put on brave faces, but the people of Namai are still racked with grief. It is the same in every village I have visited in recent days, but it is only now that I'm struck by the contradictory nature of my goals. Having joined the Eastern Alliance and taken steps to revitalize the Enclave, I believe Doma was at last on the path to peace and prosperity. I still do, yet by focusing so keenly on the future, I have neglected the past that yet haunts my people. Even if they do not give in to despair and become beasts that plague our lands, like poor Tonbo's brother, how are we to truly move forward if we are constantly looking back? You speak of their pasts, Lord Hien, but what of yours? Me, so all things considered, I suppose it was only a matter of time before the subject was broached. Ha! He cuts to the heart of the matter, and the young lord, for the best, I should think, for he cannot lead by example if he has not yet made peace with his own past. A thousand apologies, my lord. I was passing through, tending to the matters of which I spoke earlier, when a chance to hear familiar voices in the distance. If I may be so bold, the people of Doma, one and all, understand the source of your pain. To lose your father in the turmoil of a failed rebellion, his staggering duty to the throne thrust upon you. How could you even begin to mourn when first you had to lead? It behooves you to take part in the funeral rites, my lord. Take this time to make peace with your past while it is still yours to spend. Though unlikely, if not impossible, were you to become a monster as well, Doma would surely be lost. Thank you for your counsel, Sorry. I thank you for your counsel, Gosetsu. But if I may ask, why is it you keep your blade at the ready? I thought this personal matter of yours to be not but a trifle. Or am I mistaken? Well, I find the katana a superior tool for peeling persimmons. Speaking of which, I do believe my stomach begs for sustenance, if you'll excuse me. Persimmons? Training. To help slay the blasphemy, no doubt. Fitting that he should offer me counsel, yet refuse to heed it in kind. He is not the warrior he once was, but he is wise, our obstinate friend. If I am to be perfectly honest, it frightens me to recall it, the moment it all came crashing down. I don't want to see it either, man. We'd taken Doma Castle, victory was ours, but then we looked out and saw the banners of the 13th Legion, marching toward us. The Crown Prince at the fort, yeah. No sooner had Gosetsu and I escaped than we received word that Xenos had slain my father. I remember how the fight went out of Gosetsu in an instant, how he wept for his lord while I felt the weight of the profound duty bear down upon my shoulders, crushing, suffocating, the heat of my own breath, the chill of my clammy palms. But duty demanded I master my emotions. When all those around me, Gosetsu included, were consumed by anger and a thirst for vengeance, I had to be in control. Under my orders, we dispersed and fled to fight another day. To this day, I have not stopped to reflect on my father's death. How could I, devoted as I am to finding Doma's way forward? But now I must. And so, having taken you into my confidence, would you see this through with me to journey's end? Yeah, sure. The keepsake I would offer up for the funeral is hidden in a place not easily reached. We will have to fly there, I'm afraid. But worry not, my owl will ferry us just a moment. I would have loved to see the Yol just... The place we seek is Plum Spring, in the mountains, shall we? My parents would bring me here for a Hanami as a child. Its beauty and serenity was such that I could forget the realities of the occupation. Indeed, some of my fondest memories of family are here, which is precisely why I chose this place to conceal the singular gift my father bequeathed to me as a child. Charming, is it not? The great auspice Kishin Dasheng, said to reside somewhere along the Dairyu chain. In those days, anyone and everyone knew the tales of his prowess. Reckless boy that I was, I once even tried to seek him out, hoping he might help us. I buried it here shortly after my coming-of-age ceremony. It seemed a fitting place to both part with my childhood and offer a final goodbye to my mother. More keepsake of mine than his, to be sure, but he was never a man of worldly possessions. Still, I suspect he would allow himself for a smile if he were to see it again after all these years. And that is precisely how I wish to bid him farewell, with a smile. Oh, it should go without saying, I'd prefer it not become known that I kept this doll here. Wouldn't want the children to grow jealous now, would we? With that, I believe it is time we return to the Enclave. Yes. There are yet more villages to visit and offerings to collect. Preparations are proceeding apace. Soon the people have one less cause to be tempted down the path of despair. Of course, there still remains the problem of the blasphemy. The former conscripts will remain at the Kian Khan until it has been dealt with. We will slay the beast in due time, but before that, I'd be honored if you were present for the funeral rites. Pray speak with Yugiri when next you visit the Enclave, and she'll tell you more of the proceedings. Okay, I'm going to be right back one last time, and then we will finish this questline. And we're back. One moment. There's something I wanted to check.
Victory will be ours.
So she shows up as Black Mage if she's a DPS, but
Together then.
Victory will be ours.
a conjurer. Here, weird.
I stand ever ready.
Right then.
I stand ever ready.
Aw. Anyway. Let's finish the final quest. Laid to rest. Yugi's somber expression suggests you have arrived right on time. As ever, your timing is impeccable. We but moments ago completed preparations for the funeral. I will inform Lord Tien of your arrival. Dude, this is just depressing. Like, why am I going to a funeral? You're here, excellent. The blasphemy continues to shun our settlements. And I mean to make the most of the time its absence afforded us. I assume you're planning to take part in the ceremony. Glad to hear it. Unfortunately, Gosetsu will not be joining us today. He's injured himself, as I knew he would with his secret training, and now grumbles from the confines of his bed. But he will be fine in due course. We may worry over his convalescence after the funeral. You know, I'm surprised Gosetsu hasn't tried to get, like, bring something of Yotsu's. Someone tagged me? Oh no, someone didn't tag me. Yeah, someone said my name in Twitch chat in the stream I was in before stream started. Okay. That's not gonna be part of the VOD, so it doesn't matter. The ferry should take us to the other side where the Solos thing is. Solos. We have the boy! Honored here, you seek passage across the One River. Yansha. Oh boy! The village should arrive ere long, then we may begin. Despair. Despair. Oh, the villagers should arrive ere long, then we may begin. I read that in my head and thought I read it out loud. Sorry, that's my bad. Lord Hien, I apologize, my lord, for my past transgressions. I yearn to believe my daughter was a kami reborn, but you are right, she is a monster. Words can ill express my shame. For advocating this conscripts be sacrificed to appease the dead. Nay, the ceremony shall serve far, far better. And so, as a humble citizen of Doma, I offer my deepest gratitude and beg for your forgiveness. I would make an offering on behalf of my husband and son, as well as my dear stepdaughter Minato. I throw myself on your mercy, Lord Hien. Allow them a place within the mausoleum, that their spirits may know peace. It's a trick. There is no need to beg forgiveness, Kisei. Please rise. It's a trick. Don't trust her. Called it! Psycho's gonna psycho, man. Hey, yo, this game is just like... Hello? Dude, this is eerie. It's like the game went black. Oh! The game crashed on me. Well, that's not good. Or at least it looked like it crashed. Blasphemy is a Nami. That looked like the game crashed on me. But obviously it's not crashed, so...
For you, father.
Hey, yo, I'm about to get slammed into. What the fuck? Well, if I die, we can rewatch the cutscene.
Concentrate.
On what? She's beating our ass.
It is nothing. The weave of a shinobi's power.
I would have died to that. Apologies for the untimely arrival, my lord. Since when can a samurai use... Huh? Gosetsu, what is that staff? Pilgrimage proved the most enlightening experience, and is where I chance to discover the benefits of ascetic training. I may no longer be fit to wield a blade, my lord, but Shugundo affords me another way to turn the tide of battle. He's a white mage, though? Stubborn as ever, I shall have to thank you later. Let's put an end to this. Bro, she was beating our ass! Holy shit, that was terrifying. Setsuno, is he? Hey, Setsuno, that's my FC leader. Oh, heck.
For you, father.
Okay. Shift 1, shift 3. Quickly to me? Okay. Well, I'm glad I...
The weave of a shinobi's power.
'Tis but a scratch.
That's not a scratch, my dude. We have gone overtime. A deceiver to the bitter end, but she's still a daughter of Doma. She will have a proper burial, and her family's belongings enshrined with the others. You are a better man than I, Hien. You are a better man than I. I have gathered you here today, not to speak of the future, but to reflect on the past, to pay respects to loved ones fallen on the field of battle. In honor of their sacrifices, these sons and daughters of Doma shall be given a place here, at the Swallow's Compass. Though they no longer walk with us in life, they walk with us in spirit. Pray never forget their bravery, that the memories of their legacy give you comfort and strength. Moroya Motokawa, the aspiring painter. He was a man who saw beauty in all things and one day would have become a renowned artist in Kugane. Motosue Jito, the warrior in training. He longed to become a samurai like his father and bring honor to his family. Suzushiro Kodakumi, the carpenter, a man wholly dedicated to his craft who hoped to one day pass on his talents to his two loving children. No-name people with... And lastly, Minato Shihogaki and her stepmother Kisei. Theirs was once a happiness to be envied. Minato's parents were murdered by Imperial soldiers, and after being rescued by the Confederacy, Minato was given into the care of the village of Isari. Though she arrived with a broken heart, it was soon mended by the man who would become her husband, the son of Kisei, who herself had been born to Isari on winds of tragedy. Kisei was a child of the deep, born in Suinosato. For her gifts she was exiled, but with her courage and tenacity found a new home on the shores of the Ruby Sea. She was a devoted wife and mother, and though not related by blood, she loved Minato as if she were their own. That is how she lived, how they all lived, and how they should be remembered. Let your hearts swell, not with sorrow, but with joy for their memory. Know that proof of their mark left on this world shall remain here, enshrined within the swallow's compass for all eternity. Let us still our voices and in silence pray for their souls, that they may share in the peace we have found. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting battle with the blasphemy as a prelude to the ceremony. At least now we may breathe easy, if only for a short while. The villagers have all returned home, and I believe it is time we did the same. They're pretty chill. We've held a national funeral and slain a blasphemy besides. A rather productive day, would you not agree? The former conscripts will be elated to finally return home. Speaking of returns, I think I speak for us all when I say your appearance of the Swallow's Compass came as something of a shock. What of your injuries from trading? Quite painful for some time, I assure you. Despite my best efforts to claim my former skills, my back and my hips vigorously protested. I planned to sleep that I might be well rested for the morrow's hunt. but a voice called out to me. I was needed, and so I grabbed my cane and ran as quickly as my ailing body would allow. The cane suits you, Gosetsu, but your mastery of healing magics was a sight to behold. Almost as surprising as your resurrection following the fall of Doma Castle. I am still but a novice in dire need of training. 'Tis my hope that I will be able to refine my aesthetic arts during my next pilgrimage. So you are leaving then? Worry not, Lord Hien. Should you find yourself in dire straits once more, I shall fly to your side. Not as a samurai, perhaps, but I will nonetheless give our enemies cause to tremble. I mean, you're fucking ginormous, dude. They probably will tremble just because of your size. Like, do y'all see the, like, this man is, like, huge, and it's all muscle, too! And with that, I take my leave. Them's the people that are just, like, the Incredible Hulk, essentially. Oh, I should make a Bruce Banner alt. Though it may be years, if not decades, until we truly make peace with our past, we have turned a corner and begun to heal. We may look to the future unburdened by grief, ignored, and sadness denied. The path ahead is ever fraught with peril, but we shall walk with eyes unclouded and with pride. You have done so much for us. For Doma, I wish there was more I could do for you. Bows. If I may ask one last favor before you leave, please inform our representative at Razat Han that the blasphemy has been vanquished and the people of Doma are safe. With any luck, our experiences here will prove useful to other nations that yet grapple with these beasts. Yeah. At least this one didn't yeet me. It almost did. We were all pretty much almost dead. Samurai is like the easiest to manage because they don't have like a micromanager thing, but at the same time it's like, ew. First things first, 9 and 9, right? Okay, good. Just make sure. Alamigo and Gordania are the two that's left. Oh! I did Limsa Lominsa. I did Ulda. Master John, you returned. What word from Doma? The last is no more. That is most wonderful news. I must inform the other delegates at once. Thank you again for answering our summons. If another threat should rear its dastardly head, I pray we can count on your assistance again. You can now die to drop specific gear for level 90 physical range DPS. Anyway, that is the physical ranged DPS role quests. If you guys are watching this on YouTube and you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe for now. If you guys are watching this on Twitch and you haven't already, hit the follow button. I'm gonna end off here. I'll be back tomorrow with alt adventures probably if I stream. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys next stream, next video.